day 13 of my 20-day water fast. So this is the second day since I had re-broke my collarbone in unfortunate, stupid kind of way. But it is what it is. I haven't actually, I'm not sure if it's fully reset yet. Last time I checked, it felt like it almost still kind of moved a little bit. But from the last entry, I said how I was going for a 24-hour dry fast in the middle of my water fast to help just get a little bit of a boost. And that was interesting. I woke up a little bit later this morning. I was starting to wake up pretty early, but this morning, I think this time my alarm woke me up like 7:30 instead of this 6:30. It's been happening. Let's see what else. 7:30. Got up at 7:30. Well, I guess a couple nights I got up at 7:15. But yeah, so 7:30 again, and then started drinking water again, starting at 11 a.m. a little after 11 a.m. today. So that way it was going to be full 24 hours. When I weighed myself this morning, I have officially broken the 190-pound barrier, and I was 189.3, which was definitely I was like, whoa, which is down significant from yesterday's 191.7. And again, when I did this, I hadn't drinking any water yet, so I'm not sure if now that I'm, I switched back to drinking water again, if, tomorrow it's going to be like a rebound, maybe, potentially could be a little bit, gained a little weight back or something, water weight or something. But, so that'll, will be to be determined. Because I ended up doing that one day of not going without water. I had already bottled the water from yesterday, so I ended up just drinking the bottled waters I already had made for myself originally yesterday morning. So it's still the same, so we've just been 9.4 pH, 107, 214. Let's see. Today was an interesting day. Well, first of all, you can probably tell from the background that the background is different now. I've been working on my room. One of the things that I've been actively working on is just, doing a lot of internal investigations and changing my life. This is part of, I'm definitely on a, committed to transforming my life, as the channel goes, bouncing back from major setbacks and in this case, it's, there's also like a bouncing back from the hand that was dealt, it's like the hand that was dealt in my life, and some of the dysfunctions, bouncing back from the childhood dysfunctions that has wreaked so much havoc in my life and impacted other people negatively, And I'm just like, so I'm just really deep into that right now. And, but, one of the things is like really transforming the relationship with myself. And so I realized I wasn't taking care of myself to the degree that I really needed to be taking care of myself. And so, yeah, one of the things I did recently was just I took on on the goal, the task assignment to completely, totally transform this room. And I haven't been living here that long yet, so a new place I moved into in San Francisco, and I initially moved into the room and just kind of set up shop, kind of as it was already set up. But so I took on the task of just totally customizing the room to my tastes, to my desires, to what made sense and what felt good to me. Like really, really focus on that. And so that's what I ended up doing. So that basically kept me busy for the entire day. So that's the other thing I'm realizing. Yeah, this fast has taught me a few things. For one, it's taught me that it can be very productive while doing this water fast. I think for a while there was a concern that I wouldn't be able to have the physical energy to do a bunch of things, and that I be able to end up just sitting and doing some writing and like studying stuff, but like really like getting tasks done, where I'm having to like move things around and organize things and build things and stuff like that. I didn't really believe or think that I'd be able to do all those things, without some kind of like feeling overexerted or something. But so far my experience has been I've been able to actually do most of the things. I mean, aside from, if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have. I realize I can still do most of the things that I would normally need to be doing or want to be doing while on this fast. And the main thing it impacts is that vigorous exercise is, vigorous strength training and vigorous exercise. And that's actually the main thing. That's the only real thing it really impacts. And that my regular work, doing handyman work, that actually I can operate totally normally when doing that work. If anything, probably even more clear-headed. So probably even sharper, more sharper and even more clear-headed. So in that sense, I'm like, wow. I'm really seeing that, like, really incorporating having fasting being not just some once every 5 to 10 years kind of thing to do, but rather I see now that I could definitely make this a regular, recurring part of my normal day-to-day life, and incorporate doing something like an alternate day fasting, perhaps, or like fast a couple of days a week, part of the week have a eating schedule, only 10 hours of the day, and then followed by, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm going to figure that out. So, but I'll experiment with it. But now I know that I actually can operate really well with it, which I was actually a little surprised. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's see what else. And it's just like really broad. It's helping me to process personal emotional stuff, because it really is kind of, it's like an altered state. It's a bit of an altered state of being, it helps to facilitate dealing with our personal emotional, spiritual, types of things. So yeah, it's kind of hurting right now. What else? Let's see. I think definitely transforming this room. I've been working all day working on this. I mean, I'm surprised myself. I mean, I had basically one good arm. Basically did totally transform this whole room. I think maybe I'll do a little video. I'll do a little tour video of my new transformed room. It's not totally done yet, so I may wait just a little bit to get the rest set up. But it's like I don't even recognize when I walk in every time now. I'm just like, whoa, like, wait, am I in the right place? Because now I feel like I'm in this nice Airbnb / little hotel room or something, a little bread and breakfast hotel room, which feels so good. So anyways, okay, I kind of gone on a little tangent there, but okay, actually, you know what, there was one other, let me see, any other details specific to the fasting. So I did notice that, I was going to the bathroom today. I did notice that despite going back to drinking a couple of liters, I have 2.5 liters. I noticed that the color of my urine was fairly dark. It was pretty dark yellow. But I remember that was already after I drank a fair amount, and it was pretty dark yellow. So I'm going to see if that continues tomorrow. I do recall from the last time, from my very first time that I had fasted a long fast back in 2012, that there was a progression of the color of my urine started kind of light and then gradually got darker and darker and darker, and it continued getting darker and more dense until it peaked, and then started getting clear again. And then, like, sometime in week 3, I remember last time, that is when it finally went clearer, and then kind of went to a normal looking color sometime in week 3. And then that's when I remember, like, that's when the really super high level spiritual intuitive experience really kicked in. So far I don't feel like I'm having that experience as of yet. But then again, I'm only in week 2, And I recall that that didn't really kick in until like week 3. So I'm kind of assuming that, yeah, it's gonna be another week before I start going, perhaps going back into that really deep intuitive, super intuitive spiritual place that I was that very first time I did it. But then again, I don't know, that might have been just an experience of the very first time, and so, but I'll keep you updated and see how I'm share my experience. Let me see other details. I noticed that I started suddenly like flaking, on my side, the side of my temple here. Suddenly my skin is suddenly just started flaking and getting all kind of reddish, ishy stuff. So like something else is breaking free. Yeah, what else? Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, those are. Yeah, energy right now feels good. Feels pretty normal. Energy's been, again, pretty just straight, just steady, slow and steady, that's what's so great about just be living off fat, just it's a slow burn, just a nice, steady, slow burn of energy. It's just constant, no ups and downs. Yeah, so day 13, wow, yeah, it's just like, geez. Yeah, shoulder. And let's just deal with this. And 189.3, I'm still like, so stoked. I was like, wow. It's like down from 215 pounds on Christmas, and we're on January 9th as of the recording of this. So it's one hell of a way to start the new decade. I guess technically 2021 is the start of the decade, but yeah. Whatever, everyone's excited to just say this is a new decade. So anyways, all right. Wow, actually tomorrow will be 2 weeks. So I'm super stoked to hit that milestone. All right, well, I better get to sleep soon here. All right, till the next one. Bye.